You can get space poisoning. You can get space crazies. You can get space.
I think
space
they
depression.
called it space dementia.
Oh, yeah, space dementia.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hysteria Movie Club. This week, we watched Armageddon. Armageddon is a 1998 film directed by Michael Bay and written by J.J. Abrams, so a lot of shit blows up. And it is about a deadly asteroid that is heading toward Earth, and the only people who can stop it are an extremely horny and stupid group of oil drillers led by Bruce Willis. So let's get into this film, which I had a lot of difficulty watching. Alyssa, what do you think? I feel like you're going to be
I love this movie. I love this movie. You can't stop me. I love it. First of all, let me just scene set for you. This came out in 1998. I saw it 3 times in the movie theaters because it was my senior year in college and I stayed in Madison for the summer, and I kept going to see Armageddon with people in my house who hadn't seen it yet. And so one, it has nostalgia, right? I'm like, oh, fucking Armageddon. And it was the first big post Good Will Hunting, Ben breaks away from Matt and it's his first movie. Do I think at the time, did I think it was realistic? No. Did I enjoy it? Fuck yeah, I did. Now, do I actually think it's more realistic now when Harry Stamper looks at NASA and is like, this is the fucking best you've got?
What's your contingency plan?
Contingency plan?
Your backup plan. You gotta have some kind of backup plan, right?
No, we don't have a backup plan. This is it.
And this is the best that you could, that the government, the U.S. government can come up with?
I felt that was very realistic right now.
Ziwe, what do you think of this movie?
So this is the first time I've ever seen this film. So I was walking into this, completely blind and did not know what this was about. This movie is camp, though. Armageddon is camp, if I've ever seen a camp film. Because it is so illogical, outrageous. They're so far left that it is right. It is a full 360-degree loop.
Yeah, but there's also so many, correct me if I'm wrong, but part of camp is having a bunch of characters that are almost too much for one movie. Owen Wilson is in this movie.
Stack. And he's Wilson, a B character.
Yeah. He dies from
exposure?
Space disease. Yeah. It's when your helmet cracks. You die of space poisoning. He got space poisoned.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's space poisoning. The one part that I thought was really unreasonable was when AJ finally shows back up with the armadillo and they only have one drill bit left, and they give it to him and they're everyone's trusting him and giving him the benefit of the doubt.
This is our last transmission, AJ. God damn it, if you're ever gonna trust me, ever, once in your life, trust me now. Make the call.
And they would never do that. If it were a woman, they would have clocked her, put her in a half Nelson, gotten her out of the seat, and put someone else in. And so I just, that's the one thing. There was one drill bit left. He was the young guy. He was a firecracker. He had not proved himself in the simulations that he could handle the pressure. And they were like, but you got this. And so that is my one criticism of the film.
One of the things that I noticed, just because I'm a real feminist killjoy, but I like to try to take note of how many times a writer or director will allow a woman to speak. And in the first 10 minutes of the movie, 2 women speak. One of them is the wife of an important astronomer who's I want a divorce. And he's
she's shrill as hell.
Yeah, he's bitch, I'm making a discovery. So that's one woman who's speaking. The other one is a Asian tourist who is not named, who is in the back of a cab in New York City as a piece of an asteroid hits the street. And she goes,
I want to go shopping.
Those are the 2 women in the first 10 minutes of the movie. Is a woman saying, I want to go shopping, and a woman saying, I want a divorce.
And don't forget, the only woman on the Armadillo and the Freedom, whatever the fuck they were, the only woman is Watts. And at the end of the movie, when it won't start up and they're trying to go back home and she's trying to fix it, the drunk Russian somehow has the presence of mind to fix the machine that she was not trained to fix, which he just takes a bar barbell to and just beats the shit out of, and suddenly it starts going. So, I mean, that I found very offensive, if we're being honest.
Also, there's a scene where Watts is trying to teach them things, and Steve Buscemi's like, she's really hot. That's like they have absolutely no respect for any of the women. Let's go down the list of characters and determine, if they were morally good or bad. Let's start with Bruce Willis's character, Harry Stamper. Where did he fall?
Asshole, but relatable.
Yes, he was America's dad in that film. So, and the way that your dad can be a jerk, but you also love him.
Is Bruce Willis in Armageddon the platonic ideal of the straight talking idiot who's better at science than everyone else?
Let me say this. If Jared Kushner can get up and say he can solve Middle East peace and a pandemic, I am fully on board with Harry Stamper being brought in to fix something when he has the actual fundamental skill to drill, and they have to drill. At least he has a skill.
Okay.
That's an endorsement. That's a rigging endorsement. I liked when he had the shotgun and he's around highly explosive artillery, and he's just
that was terrible.
Ben Affleck. It's
okay.
What are you doing?
Wait, so Ziwe, fill in our viewers as to why Bruce Willis has a shotgun and is chasing Ben Affleck around.
So Bruce Willis walks into Ben Affleck's room and sees that his naked daughter is there. And spoiler, the two of them have been having sex, S-E-X. and so he is so mad that his virginal daughter has been deflowered that he gets a gun and he shoots Ben Affleck. And it is a lot. It gives me a lot of Oedipal, Electra vibes, where it's just dude, you need to let this go. She's not,
She seems like she's an adult. She's speaking Chinese and doing business deals. She seems like she's an adult enough to touch a penis. How about young Ben Affleck and his jawline?
I kind of think he's that fucking guy.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
A bit. What positive? There's nothing positive really about him. He's a dick the whole time. He's hot dogging, as they say. He loves Liv Tyler. That's great. I mean, I guess. I just feel like he didn't have many super positive qualities. It's not like he was gung-ho to go down and fucking blow the asteroid up from inside. I mean, just saying. I didn't think he had many good qualities.
But what about that part where he lifted Liv Tyler up and twirled her in a circle? That was a great quality.
It's a skill. It's a skill, not a quality.
He was a skilled asshole. I guess that's a new category that we've invented. What do we think about Liv Tyler's character, Grace Stamper?
I liked Grace.
She was
Really?
fine.
Yeah.
I thought she was fine.
I did. I mean, she had to fucking deal with a lot in that movie, okay? She's running the rig for all intents and purposes. Then her dad clearly thinks enough of her that he brings her to NASA when he has his meeting because he needs her guidance. She is pretty tough when she's got to deal with all this bad shit. I don't know. I thought she was good.
She spends the majority of her time. Okay, so NASA is a professional setting, and she spends a lot of time in that professional setting screaming and hitting people about how much she loves her dad and her boyfriend. I'm just saying.
Does she not have the right? Did they not just rocket her only family up into space with no real plan to get them back, if we're being honest? And then once they're up there, they're talking about how they're going to fucking just detonate that shit. And she's like, you've got to tell them. I think she was well within her rights.
I think that NASA should have seen that would have been a problem. She can't
They
be
should have
there.
seen that.
She
can't be there.
She can't
Also,
be there.
who among us doesn't want to be hugged by Liv Tyler in that movie? Her hugs are
She's
other
gorgeous.
level.
She
has
does
so
seem
many arms.
Yeah. Her limbs are very long and they encircle you twice.
Yeah.
But
I was like, I'd be hugged like that. That'd be nice.
Let's go on to Steve Buscemi's character.
That fucking guy.
Fucking guy.
Asshole.
That's it.
We were supposed to think he was funny, but he was I don't know.
Appalling and contributed nothing to the asteroid situation. Nothing.
He's just I want to die. It's what?
That happens in space. You can get
Is that
space
real?
poisoning. No, you can get space poisoning. You can get space crazies. You can get
I think
space
they
depression.
called it space dementia.
Oh, yeah, space dementia. How could I? That's so
We're going to be
silly.
specific.
what about William Fichtner as Colonel Willie Sharp, who's one of those guys who you definitely recognize he's like buttoned up, like NASA guy who is like, these people can't do it. Oh, well, they can. Like that was, I don't know. He just seems sort of like an asshole, but relatable, I guess, because
but relatable for sure.
I wouldn't trust those knuckleheads either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although he did
fair.
bring a gun into space, which is like, dude, that's not very wise.
He did. Secondary protocol.
with the envelope that says secondary protocol, top secret, will kill Ben Affleck in
He's also asshole but relatable in The Perfect Storm, in case we ever want to watch that one together.
Ooh.
Do I think the movie had some inconsistencies and problems? Yes. Did I enjoy it from start to finish with my popcorn and my Baileys on the rocks? I fucking sure did.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And also, I mean, if you think about it, aren't we all human? And don't we all have inconsistencies? And so when we look at Armageddon, we're just holding up the mirror to society. And we're saying, hey, we're not perfect, but we love ourselves the way that we are. So I actually think that J.J. Abrams did a masterpiece. I thank the Michael Bay for his work. God bless. God bless America. God bless Barack Obama. Armageddon.
I mean, Ziwe, that's a better endorsement than I could ever give this movie.
All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. If you want to follow along next week, a couple days before we record, we will post what movie we're going to have in our movie club. And so you can watch it along with us. All right. See you guys soon.